with that, we've done pretty much everything we can do for now in Undernet 6. So, let's get back out and go deliver that S-Sensor. Back we go! So now we come to the reason why I'm jacking in from Castillo rather than home. Basically, we're returning the S-Sensor to Django, and it's not going to do a darn thing if you can't receive direct sunlight through the PET. So what that means is to finish this subquest, you have to make sure that you have jacked in from an outdoor location. Jacking in from indoors, he can't receive the sunlight, and nothing's going to happen. So to finish the subquest, you have to make sure to jack in from, I believe it's the snack stand in Castillo, the sales display at Jomon Electric, the Nupopo statue in Netfrica, or the Buddha statues in Yumland. I think those are the only ones that actually work. Many players have learned this the hard way and not really known what was going on. So we'll just pick this up real quick. And back to Undernet 4 with us. Just hang on, Django, we're coming. Enjoy all the sea slider paths. And, of course, a virus encounter. Because why not? If I time this well... There we go. Alright then. You got anything to say, Otenko? So you found it, the S-Sensor. Quick, take it to Django. Django, here. Megaman gave S-Sensor. I feel the sunlight. Now I can use Pile Driver. Thanks, Megaman. Hurry, Django. He's gonna recover soon. Okay. Can you hear me? Hold your PET up to the sun when I shout out. I'll give it a try. Ready, Django? Here we go. Tayo! Tayo! No good. The Immortal will escape. Return the coffin to the Pile Driver Center. You can count on me. I think I vaguely remember this actually being a thing the one time I actually tried to play Boktai. Tayo! Go! Ugh. Yeah. Did you really think such an attack could defeat us, the Dark Denizens? The solar pile's being repelled. This is bad. Return to darkness, ShadeMan. Gah! He's recoiling. Now, Django. Tayo! Whoa! Forever will I arise while there is darkness in the world. Mwahaha! We defeated the vampire thanks to you, Megaman. Don't mention it. But ShadeMan said, forever will I arise. I don't like the sound of that. Yeah, but Solar Pile did a number on him. Now he can barely use his dark power. We'll defeat him again if he attacks. We'll keep fighting while there's a sun. That's right. Django, I sense immortals to the south. Well, Megaman, we should get going. A new battle awaits. Okay, let's meet again. Yes, let's. Use this if Dark Denizens ever come when we're not here. I'm sure you'll find it very useful in battle. And so we get Gunsoul 3G. Thanks. You may once again face Dark Denizens, but you mustn't give in to the darkness. The sun will rise tomorrow. Remember that and you will conquer darkness. Goodbye. Farewell. May the sun be with you. I want to see Django and Mastro Tanko again. We will if we don't give in to darkness. Yeah, the sun will rise tomorrow. So that happened, but there is one more quick thing to collect. The coffin's opening. Inside there is nothing. Or so it seemed. Something's flashing inside the coffin. And we get Nebula Code. With this we can unlock all the purple skull gates. Well, other than the 6 soul gate, which looks the same. That we have to open another way. But we can go open all the Nebula gates, and we'll do that a little bit later. First though, there is one last thing to do here in Undernet 4. Basically what we just saw is what passes for a set encounter with ShadeMan. You never encounter him in a set location in the Undernet, but after completing the Django subquest, he will appear as a random encounter. I'm not actually sure if you have to jack out first before he'll appear that way, but we're gonna find out, so I'm gonna run around a while until I encounter him, and I'll be back at that point. So, back in a moment. Alright, so as far as I can tell, ShadeMan Omega does not appear unless you've left the net and then returned. Of course the RNG could just be having a laugh with me, but I was running around for a good long while without encountering him. I left the net, came back, and I ran into him pretty quickly. So this fight, it works a bit differently from the previous ones. You don't have to use dark chips anymore. ShadeMan Omega has his own ways of being annoying. You might also notice the green mystery data there. Yeah, we need to protect that. That's something very important. Alright. So the basic deal is if you hit him with a strong attack, he splits. And you kind of want to keep him toward the bottom if you're going to do that. Invis won't protect you from his sonic attack, but it does protect you from the bats. Come down here. Perfect. Okay, once he splits into 4 bats, only one of them is vulnerable to your attacks. And it's random which one. Fun times. You kind of want to split him toward the bottom, because if the real bat ends up on the top row and then goes backwards, it will destroy the green mystery data. So that's what we're doing here. Now, Gun Soul by itself will work on ShadeMan while he's still intact, but Piledriver is just so satisfying. Gonna guess you moved up. There we go. So yeah, Piledriver, it counts as a bunch of separate impacts, so it will split him. A splitting attack, by the way, does no damage to ShadeMan. He's only vulnerable once he's in the small bat form. Now, weak shots, they will actually still hurt him normally, so doing uncharged shots, that is a good way to at least rack up some damage if you've got no other options. There we go, ShadeMan Omega is down, yay for Gun Soul. And so with that, we get ShadeMan Coded X for some reason. And we get Bug Charge. Alright, so we're going to talk about demonstrating ShadeMan a little bit later. For now, the more important thing is that Bug Charge chip. Evil chip, gets power with turn. Well, that's clear as absolutely nothing. Problem is, I have no idea what it does. I cannot demonstrate this chip. Reason being, it's an evil chip. Evil chips, they're different from dark chips. I don't think they actually take your HP down or anything like that, but you do have to be under the influence of dark karma to be able to use them. If I try using this thing, it'll just immediately disappear in a puff of smoke, and so I have no way to demonstrate it. It's kind of the problem with how the karma system in Battle Network 4 is implemented. You basically only get dark if you purposefully play badly or just aren't really good at the game. If you play normally, you're pretty much bound to end up with light karma, so you've got all these chips that you can never use. Game design. So yeah, like I said, no idea what this does. But it is an evil chip, and specifically since it mentions it's an evil chip, it's one of the 5 evil chips that we need to access Black Earth later on. So, well, at least I needed this for completion's sake. There are some evil chips that don't claim themselves to be such. Some examples there would be Static, there's also Hole and Darkline. I can't use those either. So yeah, there's this entire subset of chips that I cannot use because I play the game normally. Oh well. And since we got a Giga chip over here, we know what that means. We now rejoin a fight with ShadeMan already in progress here on Blue Moon. For defeating him this time, we of course do get ShadeMan X, but also Bug Curse. So, yeah, any bets on this one? Evil chip, making me buggy! So, yeah, it's another one that I can't demonstrate, but hey, it's there. Now back to Red Sun. So with those oh-so-exciting non-demos out of the way, at the very least we can show what ShadeMan does. Crush noise attack all direction. The basic translation is, once you summon him, he does a T-pattern attack with his noise crush. Now there's supposed to be directional inputs you can use to give the attack extra effects. Starting from down, a quarter circle forward is supposed to cause paralysis, and a quarter circle backwards is supposed to cause confusion. But I've never gotten either of those to work, and it might just be because I'm using a keyboard. That doesn't really accept quarter circle inputs all that well. The only other thing I can guess is maybe it's a timing issue, but I feel like I've used every possible timing variant. I've done it when ShadeMan first appears, when he spreads his wings, and when he first actually does the noise crush attack, but nothing's ever given me that sound of confirmation. So, unless it's some timing thing that I just don't get and somebody can tell me, I'm gonna assume it's just that I'm using the keyboard and just move on. I don't feel it's really worth obsessing over that much. But with that, we've done everything we can in the Undernet thus far, and that includes some chip grinding that I did in Undernet 6. I was able to get Boy Bomb 2, Circle Gun 2, White Web 2, LM Ice, and LM Sand. There was also Green Mystery data that gave me Counter 2 and Wide Blade, so we've added quite a bit to the library. But for now, time to get out of here. And back in again because we have some Nebula gates to open. There are a total of 4, 2 in AC/DC, 1 in Netopia, and 1 in Sharo. So, let's get right to it. Our first destination is AC/DC 1, and Mail's homepage is a little bit closer than Land's. So we're just going to come down around here, grab this because it's on the way, why not? And right up here. No thanks. Megaman used Nebula Code. And we get Bug Stop. This is a program for the Navicust that basically makes it so you can't glitch it. So, if you have a lot of programs you want to put in but there's no way to do it without causing a glitch, having this can be a handy thing. Alright. So then, our next goal is AC/DC 3, and for that we want Yai's page. Right up here. And now we go this way. And right down here. And we get Jealousy J. This battle chip does more damage if your opponent has more reserve chips, so it's more of a versus chip than anything else. It isn't really going to see too much use in just single-player mode. Alright. So next up we're headed for Netopia. So, back to the banners. And once more through the hotel sign. So for the gate here, we come down this way. Right over here. And there it is. And we get Super Armor. This program, it doesn't really boost your defense like you might think. What it does is it makes it so that you can't be knocked out of attacks. So if you just want to sit there and face tank damage, it's a handy program to have. I want to say that the protection also makes it so that damage doesn't do quite as much to lower your busting rank, but I'm not entirely sure on that. last place we need to go is up here in Sharo. So just work our way through here again. Easy enough once you know where you're going. Not you guys. We go up here, and there's the gates. And we get HP plus 200, exactly what it says on the tin. And so we've cleared all the Nebula gates. So that's just one last thing I want to cover before we call it for now, and so we'll be back after a quick refreshing pause.